Ready.
So now let us take a whole look over our Shila Museum and let us gather more ideas about our history. And you know this particular area, and it is a collection of a lot of antique things. You know, this is collected from certain archaeological locations from prehistory to late antiquity. So as we all know that everything should begin as a part of a tradition with a divine touch and a sort of innocence. And here we can see our Shila Museum is also beginning with a little bit of innocence and divine touch. That's the representative or the representation of that divine touch is the variety of lamps you can see here. Or from the prehistoric times in Kerala, we have used lamps because we were lacking electricity. And these are the special kinds of lamps you can see here. Let me demonstrate you about one of the lamps. So, in this lamp, this is a particular area where you are storing the oil, and the mechanism is that after you have stored a little amount of oil here, the needed oil for the shining of the particular thread would be coming here, and this particular lamp would be shining for even 4 days. Up to 4 days we can continuously shine this particular lamp. And these are the variety of lamps, and this a lot of different shaped lamps you can see. It's all a part of our culture. It's our culture which we are seeing in this Shila Museum. And next you can see an olden kind of pianos, the thing which I have demonstrated before, our Onavilla, and this is also part of our culture. And later on you can see this. Oh my God, I have never seen such a great collection of our scriptures and all. So these are our olden scriptures, Upanishads, and our great mythological books like Granthas. In Malayalam or in our mother tongue we can call it as Granthas. It's a part of our culture. There are our Upanishads like Ramayana, like Mahabharata. Everything is written in this type of particular things, and it's just like a book, but in olden times it's edithola, like something like that we were using, and it's a representation of all those things. And here you can see one of the rarest pieces, I think. Oh my God, after removing this particular thing, it's what I could not just make or I just could not realize what this is. A single piece of art, we may guess. But what's the change we are having after putting this particular thing? Do you see the image there? It's the image of Lord Jesus. This image of Lord Jesus we are seeing here. It's so amazing. I think it is only created for such great museums, and I think our director had such a good friend to have this particular thing here. So next you can see variety of currencies from different parts of the world in a single piece. And here comes, oh my God, how much types of grains? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh my God, a lot of, what is this? A variety of different kinds of grains, rice grains, I think, because in our usual present day world, we are getting grains of different kinds only by hybridization and all. But you see, these are God's creations. It's not just hybridized or created by man. It's all God's creations, and these are all the real types of grains. And you see this particular type of grain, I have read in certain books that the grain named Raktashali, it's a kind of rice grain, and it can be used to treat one of the it can be used to treat one of the most difficult disease which is going on in our present society, that is the decrease in platelet count. It is the main symptoms of many diseases in present day's world, and this particular grain Raktashali can be used to cure that particular disease. And next you can see a variety of antique particular things. There's like a lot of variety of knives and the type of spoons which they use in our, what we see about in our castles. And this is a particular thing. Oh God, it's a kind of spats. Usually it is one of the kinds which was used by Mahatma Gandhi. It's also found only here, and this is a stopwatch used by Mahatma Gandhi. So next you have already seen our Malayalam Manorama's newspaper, and this is Okay, this is one of the rarest pieces you can see. This is our director Sheila Sundar sir's what birth date, and you can see this coincides with our newspaper, our particular notes date here. And next, our director's wife and her birth date is also coinciding with this, and his their wedding date is also coinciding with particular news or particular notes date, and his two daughters and theirs birth dates are also coinciding with this. And I think it would have been required a lot of hard work to find such great rare pieces of notes. Even I have not got one like this. It's so real a difficult thing. Since my childhood I have been wondering, or I have been trying myself to have such a piece, but I have not got yet. But I appreciate you, sir, for having such a rare kind of notes. Yeah, these are these different types of currencies. These are also different kinds of currencies. And you can see this is our Hitler, the representative for Nazism, and his note which he had, and the stamp also of Germany. So next you are seeing something about our Byzantine Empire. So the coin which was used at the time of Byzantine Empire, or at the time of the Constantinople, was the capital of that particular city at that time, and it is the coin. And I think all should have an idea about all these things, because in case of history, in which children they would be learning about all these things. It's so important to have a knowledge about our culture. Next is first stamp from England, the penny black. It's also found here. It's all some of the rarest things. And here about our Alexander. We all know about Lord Alexander, and this is the coin found out there. So I think you all have a notion. A preconceived notion is that Alexander came to India only after Jesus visited to India, but it is not so. Alexander was the one who visited India before Jesus. And next is about Young India, a kind of weekly journal, and its first edition is found here. And next, okay, this is the newspaper which was created by our Mahatma Gandhi. For a certain time period, it was under the name Young India, and later on it comes under the name Harijan. You know what Harijan is? It's the children of God. And next you can see about our radio license. In today's world, we are all just using radio and television simply. But I think you would be wondered to know that radio, in order to use radio, you once had to have a license with you in order to use radio. And this is a part of a radio license. This is a part of a radio license which was used at that particular time, and certain gems as you have already seen. And next is it certain kinds of notes. So in today's society, in this modern period, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the one to change our notes, and now it's created in some another way. And this was the olden forms of 100 rupees notes, and 50 rupee, 20 rupee, that is 1 rupiah, that is a 1 rupee note was there in the past. And next, this is also kind of different kinds of notes which were used in India. And at the time of English rule, British rule in India. And next, this kind of document which was about 100 years old. Next, these are all the kinds of newspapers, notes. And this is also 100 rupees notes. And now let us come to this. This is famous Manichitra Thal. I think you may have also heard about Manichitra Thal. It's the name of a film, Malayalam film, but you would be glad to see it in the real world now. This is the real Manichitra Thal you can see, and this particular different types of shapes and all. That's so wonderful to see it in the real time. Okay, so nice. And next you can see this is also a kind of fossils. And in intermediate stages between gem formation and wood, which is compressed millions of years for the formation of gem. And next you can see this particular thing. You may be wondering how this one would be created, because what, this is a single piece of wood and this is another piece of wood, and this particular gap is there like this. Can anyone guess how this would be made? And these are the this is the secret behind the what, this is secret behind our great buildings of Kerala. It's so, you would be so wondering that how this would be created. This is all named as Perindachan's particular things. These are all created by Perindachan, you know, father of Malayalam, word language and all. Perindachante പൂട്ടുകൾ എന്നാണ് ഇതിനെ പറയാൻ പറ്റുക. Wow, ini idile. So this is Kurichir, a particular group of people in India, in Kerala is known as Kurichir, and this is the thing. These are the things which were used in Parishi Rajas, that all kinds of wars. I think you all know about Parishi Raja. He is in India. He is a Keralian king, and he was so famous for his all about attitudes and his wars and all, and this is a real thing which he used in his war, and particular group of people named Kurichya, and this is the mother tongue, we can say avarude ambum villum. Then next, these are the rarest collection of coins in different countries of this world, about Qatar, Croatia, and this is about 200 countries are there, all these things. And next you can see this particular note, and it's so, oh my god, it's amazing. 1000 കോടിയുടെ ഒറ്റ നോട്ട്, that is in mother tongue, we can read it. That's, this is wow, oh my god, so it's so wonderful that in case of if we have to take 1 crore note we have to make 1 crore notes with the help of 100 rupees, it would be about what, this much coin, this much notes would be gathered out here, but this is a single note for 1 crore, and it's so wonderful. And the next thing you can see is this is made from khadi, and it was made by Gandhiji. And the next thing, this is charka. This is a demonstration about charka which was used by Gandhiji. Gandhiji was the one who initiated the use of charka at the time of British rule in India, because we had to boycott British cotton textiles. In order to boycott this British textiles, we had to create our own clothes, and the solution found out by Gandhiji for it was charka, and this is a demonstration about charka. I think you all the children would be anyhow so glad to see charka in their real life, because everyone would be knowing about charka as a part of our history lessons. And you can see various kinds of what India and Portuguese notice this when Portuguese was ruling over India, and before they left India, these were the different types of currencies used by them. And next you can see okay, this is anyway a demonstration of our Keralian and Indian artwork, because you all know that in case of an inclined plane, anyway a thing would be, for example, if you are taking a ball will be rolling only from the region of great height to the region of low height, but in case of this particular thing, we can see that it is rolling from the region of smaller height to the region of greater height. You can see here it is smaller height and here it is greater height. In usual case, anyway, this would be only rolling from greater height to the region of lower height, but here it's moving in the reverse direction. And the main reason behind this is the way in which this is created. See the magic here. And it's only a part of its carpentry or something of India. And these are also the case. These are the demonstrations of the coins which had been made in a mistaken manner, because later a lot of mistakes are there in the creation of all these kinds of coins. I think you may not have seen such a coin about mistakes in coins. It would be a great thing to see mistakes in something, right? Yeah. Then these are also the rarest collection of a lot of antique sculptures and antique myths or Antic Upanishads and all. Then these are in Malayalam we can say ഇതാണ് ശംഖ്. ശംഖ് എന്ന് പറയും. Different types of ശംഖ് are here. And this is the first lottery in Kerala by the government of Kerala. This is the first lottery in Kerala. So these are also different